I live and work in Hollywood as a writer-director. I also do a lot of corporate video, animation, visual effects, and pretty much anything else I can do to have fun and work as an artist inside the film industry. So this is a short film that I did recently with a couple of friends of mine, and what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to do a series of tutorials to show you how to edit and how to edit a dialogue sequence. However, you have to know the basics of how to set up an edit, how to bring footage into an edit, and so forth first. So this will be the first in a series of YouTube tutorials on how to do that. And as you can see here, when you're filming anything, you're going to have, if you filmed it cinematically, you're going to have a lot of different shots and different angles to cover a scene to keep it interesting and mixed up and show the audience different points of view. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. And the first thing I want to cover is, how to import footage into Premiere. So go ahead and click on Premiere to open it up, and it will start loading all the plugins and so forth. And as soon as that's done, I will show you how to set up the first project. Okay, so this is the welcome screen, and you can easily access edits that you've already been working on, or you can create a new project, and we'll call this Premiere Pro Import Tutorial. We'll just call it Premiere Pro Tutorial because we're going to use it for a few more. Okay, and you make sure that it's saving in the right spot here. You click on Browse and you can put it wherever you want. And you can just leave these on the default settings. And here under Scratch Disk, this is basically allowing you to set a location for any media that is captured or created, such as captured video, captured audio, video previews, and auto-save folders. And unless you have a specific disk that you put your media on, this will just put it on a general Adobe file in your main hard drive. Okay, you're going to click OK, and you're going to have the basic Premiere interface. Now, I use the editing CS 5.5 interface because I actually like that layout better. It gives me my project panel, which is where all my media will be here. It'll give me my source panel where I can preview media here. And it'll give me my program panel where I can look at my edit here. And this is my timeline where we'll actually build our edits. So let's talk about how to get media into Premiere Pro. There are several different ways of doing it. One way is to go ahead and go to the File and choose Import, and you will simply navigate to wherever your media is stored. And you can click on one or multiple items to import it inside of Premiere. So that's one way, using the Import in the File menu dropdown. Another way is here in the Media Browser. You'll see there's Info, Effects, Markers, History, and Media Browser allows you to navigate to a folder on your hard drive where you have footage, and you can simply either pull in individual clips. If you double click on the clip, it will open it in the source monitor, and this will allow you to preview the clip and even set points where you want the clip to start and stop, and you can bring this into Premiere simply by dragging it and dropping it up here. And it will now appear in your project panel, which is where your media is stored. Okay, and I want to show you yet another way, and this is actually the way that I do it, and some people tend to think, some people could think that it's a bit sloppy, because I just drag the folders that I'm going to pull in. I just drag and I drop them, and I let Premiere just import everything. It's true that while in the media browser panel you might select the clips that you felt were the good takes, you'll often find that a take that you thought was good might have a technical issue that you didn't see when you were doing the shot itself, and you have to fall back on another clip. So rather than then have to go back and find the footage again, I just like to have all the footage I'm working with in here. Okay, so we've imported it, and what we need to do now is we need to set up our project for organizing it properly. Now, what do I mean? Well, this film had a number of scenes. The first scene, which was scene 1 in the diner, we need to put the footage for the diner in here. Now I have 3 different types of footage. I have the video footage, which you can call what you want, but I'll just say video footage. I also have sound from the lavalier mics that they were wearing, which are the small microphones you clip on, near an actor's mouth, like on their neck usually. And we also had boom mic sound. Now, we had someone holding the mic above the scene. Now, in this particular scene, there was actually, unfortunately, a lot of noise because the diner that we were filming at, we didn't have money for them to just allow us to film and shut down. So there's a lot of random noise that's happening in the background during the filming of the scene, which means that we'll have to replace the dialogue in post-production. Okay, so we have boom mic, lav mics, video footage. So what I do then is I just go ahead and I scan down to find out at what point we leave the diner. So I'm down to clip 26. We're still in the diner. Clip 29. Clip 32. Clip 37. All right, so we're outside there. And here you can see there's little thumbnails just above here where you can also see what's happening. Okay, so up to clip 37 is in the diner. I will then take this, I will drag it into the video footage folder, and now I have all my video footage for that scene inside that folder. I now have boom mic and lav mics. Okay, so I have here audio card 1. 1-1 take 1. And okay. And okay. Okay, and this just happens to be an ambience track that was recorded inside of the diner. And so I'm going to go ahead and select from 0 to 21. And I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop that down to the boom mic. I'm then going to close. Oh, that did not drag and drop in there properly. I'm going to drag and drop it into the boom mic folder. I'm going to close that. I'm then going to keep this simple, I'm going to call this audio card 1, boom mic. Okay. I'm going to close that. I'm going to go to audio card 2. I'm going to kind of skip down to 21. Okay, that's also ambience. And that's outside. So what I can tell from hearing this is that I've actually mixed this up. This is actually the lav mics. And audio card 2 is the boom mic. Okay. So I'm now going to take this and I'm going to drag it. I'm going to click on this one and click on 21. And I'm going to once again drag it down and I'm going to place this in the lav mics folder and just relabel these quickly. This is lav mic. This is boom mic. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and close this. And just to keep this simple, I'm going to right click, choose new bin, and I'm going to say imports. And that way I can just hide all this other stuff and focus on just the folder I want for now, which is scene 1 in the diner. The next thing that you need to do as part of importing is you need to add the data of the scene. Now, what do I mean by that? If you go ahead and you open this up, there's a lot of information that you can put here, such as scene number, shot number, description, comment, log note, and whether it was good or not. If you right click up here, you have Metadata Display, and you can select that and choose whatever you want to have displayed as part of these categories. So For me, scene and shot and description are going to be the most important here. So I will go ahead and open up, and this is just my friend sitting there while we're checking lighting. Okay. And now I know that I have this is scene 1. And the only other thing that I would usually have up here is I would have scene, shot, and take. And let's have a look here. So metadata display. And we are looking for take. And it doesn't have one. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add Property. And this is going to be take. And we'll just leave it as an integer. We'll say OK. And we'll say OK. Now, theoretically, this should be here. We're going to go ahead and drag that over like that. So now we have scene, shot, and take. So this is scene 1, shot 1, take 1. Okay? And what you need to do is, if you want, and this is helpful, is you go over to description and you type in 2-shot at diner table. Okay?
One take 1 and clap.
Okay. So this was actually a pre-roll. This is scene 1-1, take 1. So this is nothing, nothing, nothing. So I know all of this is garbage. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Now what you need to do is you need to go one by one and actually type in what is the shot. Scene 1, shot 1, take 2, 2-shot at diner table. I'm going to copy and paste that. And just go one by one. If you're not sure what it is, you can go ahead and play it at the beginning.
Scene 1-1, take 3. And
Sorry. That's why he's got it.
And when you have no money, you often are left to clap to give you a sound point that you can cue sound to, which I will show you later. Okay, so that is how you import and organize your footage. Go ahead and, with whatever project you're working on, pull in the footage and import it, label it. All right, so in the next lesson, I will show you how to match up sound and video as well as create sequences. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.